How you doing? This is the guy from Pittsburgh. And tonight I'm going to talk about Bellgab haters, liars, and fools. You know, I've been doing videos for a while. I've been on the internet for a long time. There's people that are never going to like what I do. They're never not going to like what I look like. They're never going to like what I talk about. But I'm not doing this just to hear myself talk. I'm doing this to educate, to inform, to break news stories that I find, to tell people about, and to have some fun. And I'm sure as hell not making a lot of money doing it. And this is my newest shirt, I Want to Believe, with the cats. And if you're interested in getting 3 of the shirts, this is by Sleazy Seagull Jammer on eBay. And the green shirt I wore in the previous video, Uncensored Tees, and the other shirt, the aliens want my body, zombies want my brain, is Custom Shirts New York. So I get a lot of stuff off of eBay, and I got one for my girlfriend. I wish she had put this up a little higher. I'm going to ask him to do it next time. But my administrator, Justin, hi Justin, sent me a bunch of emails, and I'm getting them from other people too, that, you know, after not having been on there for months, almost a year, and I can't log on because my previous email address was hacked and Google removed it, deleted it, blocked it, whatever you want to call it. I can't get in there because someone hacked my email, all my blogs, my Facebook page. They were all destroyed. They were all deleted. So I can't access my email page. So let's go down the list here and see the BS and the outright lies and complaints and character assassinations. First of all, there's Digital Pig Snuggler or Sucker or whatever. Let's see. A reply to someone else's comment. Falky seems to have gotten a TV show. And I don't call myself Falky anymore, by the way. Thank you. A thing that annoys me. Posers your former identity from a hometown they last lived when they were 12. It's Pittsburgh is so bleeping great. Why haven't you moved back there? Well, I'll tell you something. I last lived in Pittsburgh in 1970. I was 18. Not 12. I got taken out here by my parents when I was 12. Big difference. And one of the reasons I didn't go back to Pittsburgh, when I didn't find this out till after my mother died, my mother told me that my sister, who's in her 70s, didn't want to talk to me anymore because of something that occurred that related to my sister, her husband, and me. And I found out after talking to my sister, my mother made it up. My mother was great at causing dissension among the family, complaining, and getting between people. I can go back to Pittsburgh anytime I want. Now, I don't particularly want to go back to Pittsburgh where there's snow and ice, polar vortexes. Right now in my bedroom it's 74 degrees. It's warm in here. It's cold always in my living room. And I don't feel like going back and shoveling snow in the winter and roasting in the summer. You roast here too, but nothing like that. And there's another reason I didn't go back to Pittsburgh. We lived in Pittsburgh, Las Vegas, Reno, Tahoe. I've lived in LA, I've lived in Sacramento, I've lived in Santa Rosa. And my dad got the wanderlust. Every time he would move, my mother would follow him like a camp follower. And of course, I got dragged along, and I had no choice. I'm tired of moving. Now, eventually, I'm going to move out of here. And as for saying I'm the guy from Pittsburgh, the cognizant word in that name is from. I am from the city of Pittsburgh. I make no claim that I'm in Pittsburgh. There is a Pittsburgh, California, 20 miles up the road, but it does not have the H in the end of its name. And I intend to go back to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, thank you, next year to visit my sister who lives in Mount Oliver, my niece who lives in Munhall, and my nephew who lives in Mount Oliver as well. And all three of them have worked in Pittsburgh. I have roots to Pittsburgh. And I love the city. And if you don't like my loving the city, the hell with you. And particularly that jerk, and I cannot use the words, I want to use digital pig snuggler. Now, let's go on. Here's one from Area 51 Drone. Okay, Falky, I forgive you, but that better not be the last time you ignore a fatty in an R2-D2 dress on your YouTube cast. This had better be a one-time only thing. Well, I have no idea what the hell he's talking about. I don't know any heavy-set women who in R2-D2 shirts. He did post a picture of a very rotund woman in something that looked like a bee suit. Now, this was a guy that used to be all for me until I got banned from Bellgab, and then within minutes he posted some really vile and scurrilous posts about me. I remember them. I got banned from Bellgab because the administrator, who's an insecure person, whose radio show failed, not that I'm one to speak, my first attempt at a radio show also failed because I didn't know what I was doing yet. But I have a big difference. I didn't have the equipment. I didn't have any help. He has people who know what they're doing and he has help. So, and then he says, was that art enough for you? Love your art. Well, let me tell you about loving your art. The other night, someone I know online tried to put a picture of Art Bell's wife on Bellgab, and they gave him a whole bunch of crap about it. This is a site that was originally called George Norrie Sucks, and then they name it Bellgab. And supposedly it honors Art Bell, the great and legendary radio broadcaster. But they give crap to a poster who wants to put a picture of his wife in the site from Art Bell's web page. What the hell is that? So we'll continue. Here's one answering a quote from WOTR1. Falky has a 62-inch waist. Imagine his panic. Imagine the panic of a guy using them. They're talking about somebody using the restroom. Well, first of all, generally I try not to use public restrooms because they're messy. And I use at home. But I don't have a 62-inch waist. I don't know what my waist is now. I will say something. If you look at me right now, I'm going to stand up. And I'm going to pull up this. I'm not going to show you my gut, but these shorts are a size 58. Yes, my gut is large. I admit it. And I lost weight early in the year, and I'm waiting. Because this month, because I was overdrawn last month, I'm broke. I'm waiting to get grapefruit again. Grapefruit made me lose 25 pounds in a month. There goes the light again. Get that fixed. Okay, so, you know, but these guys, anything they can to attack me, they'll do it. It has nothing to do with my videos, what I'm talking about, anything. All right. And here's a quote from MB. And this is a total falsification. He's not banned, by the way. Well, that's true. But he can't figure out how to log into an account according to a third party or contact me on his behalf, asking me to change his password. I told the guy to have Falky contact me himself. That's not really how I do things, but he never did. Well, I'm sorry, but that's wrong. Before I got banned, I had to set up a new account, tell him to change my password because I couldn't log in. But the problem with Bellgab is when you try to put in your password that I remember, it defaults back to your old email address. And I also told my friend, who is my administrator, to tell him I can no longer access the original email address I logged in at Bellgab. There is no way to access that address because the email address doesn't exist anymore. It's been destroyed. It's been deleted by Google. And if I try to log on to Bellgab, I can't get into that address. So it's MV's fault for designing a website where you can't change the email address. And I've asked him in videos, change my email address. And he doesn't do it. I don't know if it's laziness, a lack of ability, or he just doesn't care. And this was also a guy that banned me when the talk for weeks, when I first posted my first video on YouTube, was all about me. And I know he felt threatened. His excuse was that it's overwhelming the site. All they're talking about is me. And yet, even after I was gone, what do they talk about for months? Me and my videos. So I cannot access Bellgab because if I try to log on, it's defaulting back to the old website. Now, here's another one. I've had to ask MV's help a couple of times after losing my password. It happens. Never had an issue with Falky. Just don't know why someone would run a forum with 100 sub-forums and no members. Seems pointless to me, and that's from Coaster. I always like Coaster, but first of all, I don't have 100 sub-forums. Secondly, I got 9 members. I don't care if I have 9 members or 900 or 1 member. I'm doing this for different reasons. I'm doing this sort of thing to comment on news events. I'm doing this to give people a place to see videos on and off of YouTube. I post everything Nori does. I post everything Jesse Ventura does and other people on the internet. And I'm trying to make a decision whether I should continue to post Jimmy Church's Fade to Black show or not. Because I think what he did going over to the enemy, George Norrie, was wrong. I haven't been posting them. I could. So I was hoping for people to come to my forum. But you know what? I've got 197 visitors from the U.S. alone. The highest number of people visited my site in one day was 387. My 2 blogs, the guy from Pittsburgh blog, a month ago had 800 views. It's now got 16,000. The Meow is Out There blog a month ago had 200 views. It's got almost 7,000. And my YouTube channel got its 90th subscriber, and I've now got 30,000 views. So, you know, people don't know about my forum, but they're watching my stuff. They're reading what I put on blogs. They're reading what I put on the forum. And there's times I've broken news stories that come off the air or the radio or the internet before even the national media has them out, because I'm on News Junkie and I find out the news. That's just all about the paranormal. So that's not the important thing to have members. Yeah, I'd like to have lots of members in the forum. I'd like to have people discussing it. But my gut feeling is partly the haters have poisoned the well. All right. Here's one I don't understand this. Somebody says, okay, who is this now? Hold on. I don't know who this is. Kelt. Explain to me then, Falky. Well, you know, what to know about me? I got 200 and some videos, thousands of posts out there. Not hard to find me. If you Google Bellgab, this is from, let's see, who is this guy? I gotta scroll over here because I'm doing this on my MacBook. KSM32. You Google Bellgab, you may notice Falky's videos just under the Bellgab listings. He referred to himself as the guy from Pittsburgh. He's grumpy and has a very messy apartment. Oh, he's fat too, ha ha ha. Well, yeah, I have a messy apartment, I admit it. I have a lot of stuff crammed into a small apartment. This is my bedroom. I have a living room. There's almost no storage capacity, and there's 2 closets and a half a closet behind me. And I used to have, in 2001, a gigantic apartment with a huge one-bedroom where all the bookcases that are in this place, there's 17 of them, were all in my bedroom. And my living room was empty. The only place that was cluttered on occasion was my computer table. Because I put everything I had in the bedroom. And I lost that because the owner decided to renovate. I didn't get thrown out for anything I did. I got thrown out because he renovated the building and I became homeless. And yes, this place will get straightened out if and when I feel better. So when I don't feel well, it doesn't get clean. Now, I spent 3 hours creating 2 posts showing people visually what every book cover I had, except one. God, I just dropped the mic down. Except one on my blog, and it went on the forum to show people what the books I own, like this one, look like. And I missed this one. 250 books, but I got another 50 paranormal books to do yet. And I've dusted and cleaned out 3 bookcases. But then the sinuses problem hit. When it rains, my sinuses flare up. And then I can't do anything because I'm in pain. And my girlfriend will be coming by next week to help me do some straightening out in here. And here we go. Here's a guy. This is again from Yorkshire Pud, another hater of me. If you look him on the net, strap it and relax, have a cup or 3 on the go too. In a nutshell, he's self-obsessed. Well, I looked at the definition, not self-obsessed. There are people on YouTube and elsewhere that are. With this body, I'm not self-obsessed. Secondly, I don't feel when I do a video or a comment, I should just put something there, a news story, or comment on a news story, or comment something that Art Bell is doing, or George Norrie's show, and not say my opinion of it. That's called commentary. And if I tell you what's going on in my life, some of that relates to what I'm doing. I have people every day emailing me, when are you going to do another video? I have people who are selling shirts that are watching my videos. I have people posting my videos in Russia. All of them. The Pittsburgh Post-Gazette posts every video I put on YouTube. Now, for a guy who's not in Pittsburgh, for the primary paper, there's 2, the Pittsburgh Tribune Review and the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, to post every video I post on YouTube, they must like my videos and must feel that I'm important. So it's not self-obsessed. I could be doing other things, rather than waste 18 minutes talking about Bellgab. And, let's see. People who went to considerable effort to help me when he set up his podcasting thing. Well, I had one guy who did help me set up my podcasting thing. And you know how he got paid back? Someone from Bellgab hacked his personal computer and destroyed it. And he used to do the audio for me, and did some help with flipping the video and the pictures because my computer used to reverse all the photographs. So that's the price he paid for assisting me. Someone on Bellgab destroyed his personal computer. And he couldn't get on the internet anymore, and he had no more computer. That's how he got paid back for helping me. And my sites got hacked. And my forum, within days of it going online, with a lot of work that I did, someone hacked it and moved all the forums around and deleted posts. And that person is either from SF Redbook or Bellgab. And I didn't throw it back in their face and didn't give credit to those who helped them. Some people asked me not to say who they were. That's why they didn't get open credit. They said they don't want any repercussions on Bellgab and be attacked by the haters. And since I can't get on Bellgab anymore, I can't even go to the people. There was another guy that helped me with the videos. He knows who he is. So don't lie. You don't have any idea what the hell I was doing when I first started doing this. And who I was dealing with. unless they mentioned it. Now, it says there, I had a forum I moderated even with constructive criticism. Well, I got news for you. There was damn little constructive criticism. I had one guy who probably came from Bellgab. He may have come from SF Redbook. That site's defunct. I had haters on there too because of my politics or my weight or my personal appearance. He had logged in using my handle, the guy from Pittsburgh, and proceeded to put something so vile I can't even repeat it. Well, I blocked him. I was very angry at Envy. I blocked the word Bellgab, and I substituted it. But there was almost no constructive criticism. I know, I read every inbox I get in there. I've got 1,000 inboxes. I've kept most of them. So you have no idea what you're talking about unless you were one of the guys. Let's see, who is this? Yorkshire Putt, of course. Unless you were one of the guys who put the disgusting and vile inboxes to me when you tried to sign up for my forum. And I deleted all the accounts that were attacking me using obscenities, the F word, and fat and everything else. I wasn't about to let that on my forum. So don't make lies that I stop people from making constructive criticism, because I got damn little of that. I got personal attacks and ad hominem attacks. And, oh yeah, he mentioned in here, see Toyota Prius and box fans. Well, you know, I was happy to have the first Toyota Prius. We've had 3 of them. 2 of them were total accidents. And as for box fans, you try to sit in the living room where it's 95 degrees some nights, up till as late as 2 in the morning. And then the fog and the winds come in from San Francisco Bay here. I'm 8 blocks from the end of the street. And that goes in the marshland, and it's on the edge of the bay, the Martinez Marina. I'm dying out there. If I didn't have the box fans and the fans, I couldn't live in this apartment during the day. And MB thought having box fans is hilarious. Well, maybe he's got somewhere in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, where his rock band is, that's got air conditioning. I don't. Oh, and here's one from B-Dub, another hater of mine. Oh, and more money. He asked for money. Oh, feeble Falky, what a tragic character. I asked for money once or maybe twice. One was from Area 51 Drone. I got offered by Sirius Radio. You remember them? The network that you couldn't listen to because the Art Bell show, Dark Matter, kept getting bumped off the air. They offered me, or they told me over the phone, a $30 radio. And it turned out it was more like a $95 radio. And I offered to pay the money back when he sent me $30. But I don't need to ask anybody for money. That was a period where I was very short of money. I'm even shorter of money this month. I'm not asking for money. Oh, another thing. Somebody complained that I was crowdfunding on my forum. Well, you know, I want to get equipment to do the radio show again properly. I want to get equipment to do better videos. I've bought tripods. I've bought an iPad. I've bought a Go camera. This is one of the tripods I bought. I have another one in the living room. It's all cost money. People want me to do videos. I'd love to do professional videos with all kinds of effects and everything. I don't know how to do that. But, you know, there's tons of people asking for donations on YouTube. There's a girl named Christy Speaks. She's got big pneumatic fake boobs. Every video she has, you like me, subscribe, donate. The other one, she wants to look like the woman from Roger Rabbit, and she asked you to donate. We see they're both blonde or brunette. They have huge fake boobs. But it's a crime for a guy like me who doesn't have a lot of money to ask for donations. So if you don't like that, too bad. The hell with you. I'm not asking anybody to give me money. I put the thing on my forum. Please donate. I put a listing of what I pay for this stuff. The forum costs so much a month to be free of ads. The podcast costs $25. Other things cost me money. The 2 shirts I got here cost me $33. And people say you like my shirts, and when are you going to get more shirts? And let's see. Complete lack of self-awareness and the perfect storm of elements that comprise his videos and the multiple long posts that have nothing to do with the topic. Well, that may be so. I tend to talk about stuff that's interesting. That's some Paperboy. I'm never going to attack Paperboy. I love Paperboy. But I admit it, I go off on a tangent. But I guess that's a crime too. And here's a quote from... Okay, here's a quote from my administrator. He wrote to MV. Falky wants to know if you can send him his Bellgab password to his new address, email address. He said his other one got hacked. It's Falky2013, blah, blah, blah. So that was sent directly to MV. I cannot access the old email site. And MV's saying, oh, all you have to do is go to the old email site. MV doesn't get it. And it says that's not typically how these matters are handled. He used the forgot password feature on Bellgab. He doesn't have email to the access to the email address associated with his and recover that account. Then come back to BG and use forgot password. Well, the problem is, MV, when you type forgot password, it asks you for your original password that you created when you first logged into the site. And it keeps defaulting to Falkenberg 2006 at Yahoo, which doesn't exist anymore because that got hacked too. I'd forgotten about that. So I can't get into my original email address. And I'm not banned, by the way. This is a quote from MV. He can't figure out how to log his account. According to the third party who contacted me, he could contact me himself since not really how I do things, but he never did. I contacted you before you banned me when I couldn't get in. And I can't contact you if I can't log onto the site, can I? How am I supposed to send you an email if I can't log in, Michael? So you're defending your own incompetence or whatever. And let's see. And that's about it. So, you know, nobody comes to me and said, why do you do things you do? No one forces anyone to watch my videos, read my forum, read my blogs, or anything else. But I have people that like my stuff. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Don't listen. Don't read. That's assuming that some of you on Bellgab know how to read. I'm still very angry that someone from Bellgab attacked the guy who was helping me do my podcast. And I've heard from him once since. He was almost weeping when his laptop got hacked and would not work anymore. And there's a friend of mine in Philadelphia I haven't talked to for a while. He likes my stuff. We used to talk on Skype. But the haters and the people that make stuff up or twist the truth are going to continue to do it because the guy they're twisting the truth out got banned when he would try to defend himself. And that's one of the ways I got banned. I tried to defend myself against the attacks. And what the price I paid was I got banned from Bellgab. I don't really care about Bellgab as an entity. I read it occasionally. Paperboy stuff is brilliant. I get sent Paperboy's cartoons. But for a site that doesn't like Nori, all of a sudden people are hating Bellgab, Art Bell's wife. And you guys need to knock it off. I will lose weight and I will get this place clean. But that's dependent on my condition of my health and my bad knee. And that's one of the reasons this place doesn't get cleaned up. And I'm going to need a lot of help. But let me tell you something else. People are watching my videos. They're not paying attention to the decor in the background. That's another excuse to hate. Alright, this is the guy from Pittsburgh saying, Free Art Bell. And for those of you that like my stuff, have a good evening. I'll catch you next time. I'm tired of dealing with this Bellgab garbage. I shouldn't have to. And they should leave me alone and move on to something else. Like Jimmy Church going on to George Norrie's radio show. And why Keith Rowland has people working his network and don't make any money. And I'm wondering if Keith is making money off the Dark Matter site. And whether or not Art Bell will come back or not, there are people that are already saying if Jimmy Church stays on Dark Matter, they won't listen to Art Bell. Because they're so angry with that whole situation. Alright, this is the guy from Pittsburgh, Free Art Bell, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.